Adventure is a great keyword. I spent 18 years of my professional life in software for environment and safety. So why am I here? Let's connect the dots. After all these years passing by, I found something missing in my life. It was adventure. It was looking behind the horizon. So my wife and I, we quit our jobs, we quit our home, and went on a journey by bicycle from Germany to China. And on the way back, in freezingly cold winter, we reached the dried up Aral Sea. And that was a moment in my life that changed everything, because with my own eyes I could see at which scale humanity does harm to nature. And I dived in more deeply, so let's connect the dots. Climate change, of course, the writing's on the wall. We have droughts, we have wildfires, we have floods. So these are spectacular enough to reach the mainstream news. But there's a problem far more dangerous, which is biodiversity loss. It's quiet, it's ongoing, and it's irreversible. And that's not all. Still, 700 million people worldwide live from less than $2 a day. So I thought, what will happen to climate and to biodiversity if the poor people get the life they deserve? And there are people saying, well, we're running into a catastrophe. It's too late to change course. And there are other people who say, well, we have to get rid of everything that makes life beautiful and worth living. And so that kind of left me helpless and sad. But fortunately, I did not stop here. Let's open our minds. What if there was a solution for this multidimensional crisis? What if we could produce abundance of food in a way that actively helps the world instead of slowing down the decay for a few years? Let's connect the dots. What you see here is the village of Maron in northern Sierra Leone in West Africa. And the lush green around could be a native rainforest, but it's not. It's a food forest planted by the local communities. Why are they doing this? Of course, they want a better life for their families. But at the same time, these forests sequester carbon and increase biodiversity in the region. And I found this amazing. So one of the most powerful climate solutions, agroforestry, is already in place. So let's be bold. How to increase this 10 times, 100 times, or 10,000 times? And what we need is processing. And there's a solution already in place, which is solar power. You can have decentralized solar power production to get the finest organic products you can imagine. And putting all these dots together means we could establish nature-positive supply chains for the food industry. Generate income for the producers, generating carbon credits for the climate, and improving biodiversity. So let's have a look. Is there a market for it? Yes, there is. And it's growing by 8% per year. And how about fair trade? Are people interested in fair trade? Yes, they are. And it's growing by 13% per year. And it gets amazing if you look at the voluntary carbon market. It has increased 4 times in the last few years. So with all that in mind, we started last year as a group of enthusiasts, entrepreneurs. And of course, we cannot do this alone. So we founded ClimateNuts in Sierra Leone with people directly from the communities we work with, because they know the situation on the ground. And we also needed knowledge from people who are familiar with tropical forests, who know the ecology of the region. So we cooperate with Ecological Balance in Cameroon, founded by Limbi Blessing Tate, a biologist who is really excellent in tropical forests. So what have we achieved with this excellent team? We did a year of testing. Partner communities, land ownership documentation, tree planting, cashew processing, just to know if we are able to reach the first milestones. And we developed a plan how to move on with solar power, large-scale tree planting, and moving to other African countries. Let's have a look. We went to all of the 10 partner communities and asked one question: why are you poor, and what is necessary to change it? And all over the place, people told us we lack of tools and seeds for growing. And we put all the numbers together and like huge Excel spreadsheets and everything. And there's one number which was stunning to me. If you invest $10 per person, you can triple the harvest. And we said, how to scale it? Is there land available? Is this a problem? And we are happy and proud to have a land ownership documentation for 1,400 hectares and more to come. And also contracts with the local communities about how to use the land. We did tree planting tests. Will the communities like the concept? Yeah, they are really enthusiastic about it. It's great. And we processed the first container of cashew nuts, and I want to show you a little bit what this means in real life. You have to check the raw nuts, you have to organize transport, you have to organize a safe storage, you have to find the very best people knowing how to do it, which is Madame Mamuna, and everybody's talking about her when it's about cashew nuts. And she organized 100 people working for the project, processing the first container of cashew nuts. You have to do simple things like organizing a carpenter with the right size of pallets for transport. You have to organize moisture meters for quality control. And then what we could not find was a machine for packaging. So I went to the place in Germany where the best companies for machinery are located. We bought a Swabian machine, sent it to Sierra Leone, and now they do the packaging. At this very moment, they are loading the container. I'm not kidding. It's right now. It's today. And it's not only the first container for us, it's the first container in the history of Sierra Leone of processed cashew nuts to be exported. And today, I want to invite you to join. We want to plant 1,400 hectares of an abundant mixed forest to generate carbon credits and first-class food products. We want to establish a production site run by solar power, off-grid, and to be innovative in the future ways of production. And we want to have our project certified by the best standards available on the market. And before I close, I want to use the last minute to give the word and the stage to those who will benefit from the project. And just listen and enjoy, it's plenty of them. Thank you so much. Please get in contact to me. I'd like to get in touch with other projects. I'd like to get in touch with investors. And let's make this happen. Thank you very much.